What's up, gods and goddesses? This is your girl C, the spiritual goddess, here for another video. Today we are going to be doing a mini, oh my gosh, I do apologize for, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's really noisy outside today. Anyway, so today we are going to be doing a mini pick a card reading. Yes, we're going to be asking the spirits, why are you single? Now I want to do a couple love videos for the month of February. Make sure you subscribe and have that bell button on. Let's go ahead and get into the piles we have here. Alright, so these are the two piles we have. We're going to be using the Psychic Tarot deck. So the question for the reading today is, why are you single? So what you want to do is take a look at both of these piles, and you want to take the pile that resonates to you. What you want to do is first go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and out. Open your eyes and pick whichever stone resonates the most for you. You need to pause this video. Go ahead and pause it. Alright, so we're going to see, why are you single? Let's see what the cards say. Number one, so we're going to go ahead and get into these cards here. We're asking, why are you single? This is the Psychic Tarot deck that we're using. So if you are interested in this particular deck, all that information will be left below. Also, don't forget to go ahead and go over to my Facebook and Instagram. I'm trying to get some more pick a card reading questions. So definitely go ahead and make sure that you leave me some questions on my post there. Let's go ahead and see what the spirits say, why you are single. So the first card we have is Rest and Rejuvenate. Then we have Suffering and Silence. Then we have Harmony. Then we have Crown Chakra. Then, this is interesting. We have the Financial and Material Change. We're going to be reading from the Psychic Tarot deck for some of these cards. We're not going to be doing this for every card because I want to keep this short and sweet. But the first card you got, Rest and Rejuvenate. So this says, this card implies that a period of rest, meditation, rejuvenation, and recuperation is in order. It usually comes forward when you're encountering or coming out of a particular emotional or mental taxing experience. This number 4 in numerology means foundation. So this is a time to heal, to be with your soul and continue moving steadily forward. Allowing space just for your reflection is both needed and long overdue. Reposing and taking some moments for yourself will give you the opportunity to look at a problem or situation instead of being in it. It is a chance to stand back, view your life with clarity and renew appreciation, and see where changes can be made to create a healthier and stronger foundation, enabling you to take your next step. So what I'm getting is, from a lot of you, you've just came out of either a really emotional relationship. If you haven't just came out of it, it's like your last relationship was very emotional. I do see some of you dealing with a lot of emotional abuse. I even see some mental. I even see some of you dealing with some physical abuse. But it's like you're in a period now when it's like it's over, or you're coming out of that, but it still takes a toll on you. Some of you haven't taken time to really deal with that. You're still suffering in silence. Yeah, you may move on to different situations. Some of you may even in relationships currently for some reason, I'm getting, even though this is why you're single. Maybe you're in a situationship with a person, but you're secretly suffering in silence because you haven't dealt with your past. There's a past relationship that you've been through, and what Spirit is saying is you're still suffering through this. I feel like some of you may have been in a relationship that your confidence was tore down. You weren't the same. The next card we have is Harmony. I think this is what you really, really want. For the most part, I feel like, number ones, you're an easy person to love. I feel like in the relationship, you would be the type of person, you'll probably say, hey, like, loving me is easy. Like, I'll give you all the love and affection you need. I just want harmony. I just want peace. And I do feel like a part of you is looking for that outside of yourself, and you're looking for that in a relationship. Spirit is telling me it's time for you to look at that within, though. You know, I feel like you may be more of a person who says, you know, you need someone to complete you. And the spirits is saying, but why do you feel like that? You're not supposed to, this is the thing. Finding the person that you're supposed to be with is not a matter of them completing you. You're already a flame. They're just another flame to help you burn a lot brighter. You get what I mean? So spirits is saying maybe this is something you need to look at. Crown chakra, this comes up, and I keep these little, people may laugh at me, but I keep these little incense from Five Below because it gives you a little bit about crown chakra. And it's funny because this is the actual incense I burned today. The Lotus Crown Chakra incense. Something just told me to burn this. But what the Crown Chakra represents, this chakra represents wisdom and being one with the world. When open, you are unprejudiced and more aware of the world and yourself. What this is telling me, the reason why this is coming up or why you're single is because it's the opposite. I feel like you may have some judgment of like, you know, especially if you're the type who be like, you know, you ever hear like you see people like all men ain't, or you may not be in reality of how it works when it comes to dating. Maybe you're someone who thinks you know, a relationship is supposed to be one way, but what the spirit is saying, it's time for you to actually be connected with the world. Maybe, you know, I feel like for some of you, I don't know, I'll pick it up, and I'm feeling like a lot of you, but some of you, maybe you've always wanted to explore your sexuality. You know, I feel like some of you maybe that's something you wanted to do, but you know, you may feel like it's wrong. Maybe you need to really explore why you think that's wrong. Some of you, I feel like the reason why you're single is maybe you've closed yourself out to a certain group of people, you know, or when I say group of people, I don't mean necessarily race. I mean more so like, you know, maybe you only date dudes that's tall, or you only date dudes who's the bad guy or something like that. Maybe it's time for you to look in the real world and see, you know, be more connected. Also, this is saying you need to really get out there. I feel like a lot of you don't put yourself out there. If you are putting yourself out there, you're putting out the parts that's not the best. That's what it's telling me. And then we have the last card, which is financial and material changes. So I do think that maybe some of you, especially if you're, I'm not saying this, but especially if you're more masculine energy, or if you're someone who you just, you know, you like to date a certain type of way. You either may not have the money to do this. Some of you feel like, or maybe some of you feel like, you know, for some reason it's like you have money, but you only get with people who's not in your tax bracket, or maybe it's just that you're not in the place where you think you're supposed to be at in life because you have unrealistic expectations from your last relationship. You know, I feel like this is like a change. I feel like maybe that's why you're single. So what Spirit wants you to know though is the person for you is going to accept you for you, whether you go up or down. But this is the time for you right now to look within yourself and heal a lot of your hurt from your last situation. A lot of times you get in situations that's not good for you is because you neglect yourself. You actually need to look more within and heal your past hurt. It's okay to admit that you're hurt. It's time to heal that though. So that's what spirits are telling me. So yeah, let me know what you think of this reading. Hopefully it made sense, number ones. Let me know if you had number ones. Leave it in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Also, if you are interested in booking a personal reading, all that information will be below. Feel free to send me an email. So yeah, guys and goddesses, don't forget there's two things that you can't get back, which is time and energy. So don't waste either of them. Until then, gods and goddesses, see you in the next video. Peace. All right, number two. So let's go ahead and get into why you are single. So we are using the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. I love this deck here. So let's go ahead and see why the spirits say you are single. Don't forget to make sure you follow me on Instagram and Facebook and leave me some questions for my next upcoming pick a card reading. I am trying to get some new questions there, so leave some questions in the comments below for some ideas for some readings. Let's see what we have. The first card we have is New Beginnings. Throat chakra. Okay. Ooh. Base chakra. Okay. Truth card. Okay. Hope. These are the cards that we have here. All right, my number 2. So we're going to be reading from the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. Yeah, I'm not going to be reading for all the cards, but maybe some of them we're going to actually dive into this book here. Like I said, you have New Beginnings, Throat Chakra, Base Chakra, Truth card, and Hope. So let's see what New Beginnings says. Each and every journey begins with the all-important first step. When this card presents itself in your reading, it's confirming that it's time for you to take a brave leap of faith, but be prepared as you do so. This card represents that a great new adventure is awaiting you. It usually shows up where there's a significant inner change happening within you. By selecting this card, it's a sign that those important choices are needed and are about to be made. It should be carefully pondered as you proceed with wisdom, thought, and care. Life is constantly trying to nudge and move you forward. At times, it can be daunting when you're faced with a new adventure or direction. Therefore, it calls for your inner belief and courage as you take that leap of faith and step into the unknown. During this time, don't be alarmed if you feel lost or even confused. Most people are afraid of change and play it safe by staying where they are. Know that through inner guidance, wisdom, and a belief in yourself, and by tapping into these tools, you will be propelled forward on a positive, life-changing path. Don't conform to what society or other individuals expect of you at this time. It's your own adventure. During this time, be like an innocent child with fresh eyes and give yourself permission to live, play, love, and above all, laugh. The reason why I think you got this is I feel like you're afraid to take that leap. Basically, you just have really, really good energy surrounding you, that you are a good person. You're a delightful person to even date. I really see that. But what holds you back from finding that person is because you're afraid. It's like you feel like you're ready, but you're afraid to take that leap. And maybe because I do see you've been hurt before, but I feel like it's really not so much of that. I feel like it's because how you feel about yourself. So you have the throat chakra and the base chakra, which is your root chakra. So what does that tell me? I like to keep these little incense because they are from Five Below. I don't know if you guys if you heard of if you mess with Five Below's like metaphysical side, they actually have a lot of incense, and they have a chakra incense. And this is like my little cheat sheet to tell me what each chakra does. But this is telling me you have an issue with communication. You have an issue for some reason communicating what you need. I think that may be tied to self-esteem, kind of, because you have the root chakra, which tells me you're not connected to yourself. Maybe you don't feel comfortable about yourself. A lot of people, when they come to me, they have root chakra issues. That's one thing that they struggle with. Maybe it's something about yourself you don't like. So I would definitely suggest working on throat chakra and root chakra meditation here. I am going to be doing a video series on healing your chakras, so make sure you have the bell button on for that. That's really going to be a big video. So the next card we have is the Truth and then Hope. The reason why I think that this comes up with the Truth card is Spirit is telling me, and that makes sense because you have your root chakra here. It's like you're not facing the truth. You can't communicate well, and there's a reason for that. What happens is we have to remember that we teach people how to treat us. And if we can't even be truthful with ourselves on what we want and need out of not only a partner but ourselves, then how can we communicate to others how we want to be treated, and you know, what we feel is right. I feel like some of you may have started to look at the truth in situations and see the parts that you played and why things actually went sour in your previous relationship. Maybe you didn't stand up for yourself. I do feel like sometimes you listen to what others say a little bit too much. Within that, I feel like it's time for you to face the truth within that. But the hope card is also telling me that one reason why you're probably single is because you lack hope that it's going to happen. I feel like maybe you lost faith because instead of facing the truth, instead of stepping out of fear, you know, instead of dealing with your fear, you just said, oh, it's just not meant for me. And I feel like you lost hope. What Spirit is telling me, you need to step out of fear. I would definitely suggest putting yourself out there more. I feel like you don't put yourself out there a lot. I would definitely suggest putting yourself out there more. For you, I would probably even suggest, you know, dating multiple people, you know, not getting serious with people, just getting back in the groove of things. For some reason, Spirit is telling me to suggest online dating for some of you. Now, with that being said, make sure you be safe. Go to a reputable site, maybe a site that you probably have to pay for. You know, because, you know, I hear those type of people are more so serious about their dating sometimes, but be careful. But I feel like maybe that, or trying social events, just throwing yourself out there, just pushing yourself out there and getting into the groove of things. I will also suggest maybe, you know, put it on your freakum dress or whatever makes you feel good, treating yourself to a spa day, working out, you know, doing things with yourself and getting back to yourself. That will help move you forward in actually getting a partner. And also learning to speak up for yourself, communicate. I would definitely suggest looking up the love language quiz there. Learning your love language. Please, definitely, if I don't leave it in the description box or in the comments, remind me in the comments below for that link there, and I'll definitely leave that there. All in all, it's going to get better. You just got to have faith. You just got to have hope. You just got to really, really get in touch with yourself, number twos. So that's what I do see for you. Let me know if this reading made sense for you. I am trying to do a lot more pick a card readings, so I definitely need those questions. Please leave that below, or on my IG or my Facebook. I have a post up. Please leave me some questions. I'm trying to actually get some more questions for you all, especially for the month of February. If you can leave it love-based questions, we can definitely get into that. If you do want to book a reading, I do have some new rates available. I will also be doing a video coming up explaining the different type of readings and services I have. So if you want to wait for that, definitely check out that video. Don't forget, there's two things that you can't get back, which is time and energy. So don't waste either of them. Until then, guys and goddesses, see you in the next video. Peace.